He just had his lunch, so he's a bit sleepy. You'll have to excuse him. Hi everyone, my name is Maria and I am the mum and momager of Milkshake. If you want to meet him, he's here. Hey Milky, say hi to everyone. Milkshake is 3 years old. He just had his 3rd birthday. He is a pink pug. He has these piercing blue eyes and kind of bright pink nose. Everyone who sees him just seems to fall in love with the way that he looks. He's also a very sweet boy, so I think his kind of coloring matches his sweet personality as well. So I first met Milkshake when he was 6 weeks old. Seeing Milkshake for the first time, it was a really nice surprise because he looked just so different to all of his brothers and sisters. He was the only one in the litter that was pink. And I kind of picked him up, he licked my nose, and from that moment, I just kind of knew that we were destined for each other. It's funny because a lot of people say that myself and Milkshake look alike. People comment on the fact that he has kind of blonde fur, I have blonde hair, and we both have blue eyes, which I always find quite funny. I'd like to think that I have less wrinkles than Milkshake. I started posting photos and videos of Milkshake on Instagram when he was just a tiny puppy. I think it was a mixture of his quirky personality and also his unusual looks that really got people's attention. And that's kind of when he started growing such a big fan base on Instagram. I didn't expect him to kind of blow up the way that he has now. He has about 250,000 followers across his social media channels. Usually when we go walking out in the park or if we take the train in London, he always gets kind of recognized by people. People will stop to give him cuddles and he absolutely adores that. Companies started getting in touch with me after the first kind of few months that I started his Instagram account. We started off by working with kind of small businesses, especially local ones, just to kind of help out. But more recently, he's been involved in kind of much bigger kind of international campaigns. I think he's kind of in his element when he's around a film crew. I would say that Milkshake makes a kind of brilliant pet model and influencer because he just loves attention. He loves being in front of the camera. It all comes quite naturally to him. And I find that it's been a really great kind of unusual way, I guess, of us bonding together. As much as he kind of loves going to the park and playing ball, he also loves kind of posing for photos and modeling. Milkshake is quite spoilt. I tend to buy him the kind of best things I possibly can. So he gets spoilt with kind of merino wool jumpers. He has a kind of memory foam bed. He always eats at kind of the fanciest places. He gets groomed at like the best kind of dog spas that we have in the city. Every year, me and Milkshake have our own kind of festive traditions. We actually celebrate Christmas on Christmas Eve. After dinner, we usually open our presents, and Milkshake always gets a very big stack of his own presents. The next day, kind of Christmas Day, we like to always wear our kind of matching jumpers. I try and mix it up and buy kind of new outfits every year for us to match in. And then on Boxing Day, we usually have a kind of big buffet. We have lots of friends and family come over. And I like to then kind of go to the trouble of making some kind of dog-friendly festive things that he can either eat or drink. Last year, I made a kind of spiced pumpkin latte, but for dogs. I kind of don't really spare any expense with him because he's my first dog. He's kind of my best friend. So anything that will make him kind of happy and more comfortable, I'm happy to do it for him. I do tend to take Milkshake wherever I go. Milkshake really enjoys traveling. I think one of his kind of favorite places would be the car, because as soon as we get in the car, he's really excited. He knows that we're going on an adventure. And then after a couple of hours, he just tends to kind of chill out and sleep for the rest of the journey. So he's kind of really good to travel with. Last summer, we traveled around the UK, mostly through kind of Devon and Cornwall, which is a really beautiful part of the UK by the coast. So there are lots of times when he kind of has his own events. We also sometimes take him to kind of doggy brunches. He just went to the Pug Halloween party that they had in London. And he's got a few kind of dog weddings this year and Christmas parties of his own that he'll be going to. So I think together we're just kind of very happy, very calm, and I think we're just a great fit.